Hey, what up, guys? So, doing my what's next right now on WBA Super Featherweight Super Champion Gervonta Davis, undefeated fighter. He just fought on February 9th when he main evented a Showtime card, and he destroyed Hugo Ruiz, former world champ at 122, in only one round. Not really surprised by this. Ortiz is, he's a tall fighter, but he also was a natural 122 pounder. And going in against a guy like Davis, I mean, they were just kind of feeding Davis somebody after Abner Mares fell out. So, no surprise that Davis destroyed this guy in only one round. What's next for Gervonta Davis? Well, it's interesting because this division doesn't have a lot of big names that fight for the PBC. So he's either going to have to face nobodies out of this division, or he's going to have to hope some of these featherweights are willing to come up and fight him. But he needs to get back in the ring quick, is what he needs to do next. I think he needs to get back by, I think May would be good. May, June at the latest. If he waits into the summer till July, August, it's just a mistake. I mean, it was already 10 months, almost 10 months in between fights before the fight with Hugo Ruiz. He destroys Ruiz in only one round. Why wouldn't he be back in 2 or 3 months? I mean, especially if he wants to stick to his statement of fighting, 3 times this year at least. I think a big fight can be set up, but he needs to wait that out a little bit for the end of the year and get back in the ring and stay busy. Because you never know. He could get Abner Mares again. If Mares, his eye is at Leo's here. I think he needs to be a little patient on the big fight and just go after kind of a mediocre opponent or somebody at 130. Now, what are the possibilities at 130? It's not much, but if he could possibly get Andrew Cancio, who upset Alberto Machado in the ring, because he's the regular champ, that'd be interesting. I'd like to see that. Outside of that, again, not a lot of big options for him to take in this weight class. So, kind of disappointing. I mean, he does have Shavkat Rakhimov, undefeated Russian fighter. I think that might be a little bit of a risk right now. But, there's also Yuri Gamboa is banging around now and fighting for the PBC. So that would be interesting. And I think he should possibly consider that, but that might not be possible next. So I just think he needs to get back in the ring and get active is what he needs to do next. Obviously, he doesn't want to move up to lightweight yet, but he does have options up there, and I'd love to see it. I think maybe even Javier Fortuna, who said he'd be willing to come back down to 130 to fight him, why not consider a fight like that? Fortuna's got somewhat of a name. That'd be interesting, I'd love to see him challenge himself and take on a top 10 guy if he can, but if not, just come back and stay busy. He's very entertaining. People want to see Davis fight, and he's still very young. So him just to get in the ring and stay busy and entertain people is the point right now. The big fights will come. He'll have the options. I just think he needs to wait till the end of the year. So that's what's next on Gervonta Davis. All right, guys, True Boxing.